Hello friends! Today we are going to be baking another recipe from Claire Saffitz' book, Dessert Person. I believe this is the third recipe I'll be doing from this book. Technically the fourth, but when I did focaccia bread, it wasn't from the book. I just watched her video 100 times and figured it out for myself. And now we are going to be doing the Malted Forever Brownies. Forever Brownie. I'm really excited to try them. They have malted milk powder in them, which I'm really excited to use in a recipe. And this is also a recipe where you just need like a bowl and a whisk and something to melt your chocolate with. In her recipe, she uses a double boiler. We're not going to be using a double boiler because I have a chocolate melter, and honestly, in this small amount of space, I'm going to accommodate this recipe for me and use my chocolate melter. Enough jib jab, let's get started. I have pre-measured all of my ingredients. I have them all here. Let me just talk about the pan. I have my 8x8 square pan lined with foil 1 and 2, just like the lemon lime bars. This is the exact same pan that I used for that. So according to the recipe, that's the first things you want to do is prep the pan, get your oven preheated. I'm not going to preheat my oven until the very last minute because it gets very hot in my apartment, especially in my kitchen. The first thing we need to do, that's not related to those things, is bloom our cocoa. That's right, friends, you heard it here first. I have never heard of such a thing. I'm really excited to try it. So according to the book, you're going to add boiling water to your cocoa in a heat-resistant container. This is just a Pyrex. And this is going to hydrate the cocoa powder and give it a more robust flavor. So let me go get my boiling water. I'm just gonna scoop. Again, you should really be using a wet measuring cup, one of these. This is technically a wet measuring cup, but because it's so big, it doesn't have 1/4 of a cup on it. So we're improvising. It's brownies, who cares? So 1/4 of a cup. Oh my gosh, it immediately smells so intense. I'm just gonna use a fork, because why not? Ah. And this is Dutch processed cocoa. So this has really come to like a thin chocolate syrup, or a nice melted chocolate here. Which I guess that is technically all it is at this point. All right, so next thing we need to do is melt our chocolate. So I'm gonna turn my melter onto melt. It's just this little metal container. It has a melt and a warm feature. So once it's melted, you can turn it to warm and it won't burn your chocolate. According to the recipe, we need to mix in the semi-sweet chocolate, butter, and oil. 142 grams. Perfect. So chocolate goes in. My cat has decided now is the time to eat her kibble, which is right there on the ground. So if you hear little munchins, you're welcome. 6 tablespoons of butter. My gosh. Cut into pieces. It's a melter. I don't care about cutting it into pieces. 1/4 cup of a neutral oil. This is probably the most stuff I've had in this chocolate melter. If you are new to chocolate anything, any type of chocolate, you need to avoid water like the plague. Take my word for it, avoid it. Because if any water gets into this mix, it will seize up. And by seize up, I mean it will just absolutely turn it into a crumbly, dry, cakey mess. Make sure your bowl that you're double boiling in is not going to get wet. Make sure there's no water whatsoever that gets in there. Okay? Okay. Nice talk. Thanks for listening. Okay, this looks really scary right now, but we're going to leave it for a couple of minutes to just start melting. Lena wanted to make her debut. She says, "Hello, my name is Lena. I'm an 8-year-old Nibelung who just is always up to no good." Yeah, that's your description on Tinder. The chocolate, oil, and butter has melted up very nicely. It's very silky and smooth. Now we need this mixture to cool down to lukewarm, and then we will go on to the next step. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I realized the bloomed cocoa was supposed to go in with that chocolate mixture. I mean, like, duh. But clearly, I hadn't figured that out. So, it has come to lukewarm. We're going to go ahead and just add it now. I don't think it'll make a huge difference, because it's already liquid formed anyway. And I'll just whisk it in really good. Let's whisk that together. Yeah, it's like nothing happened. I put my chocolate mixture into my metal bowl now so that it would cool a little faster. We're going to add the sugar now, which is 1/4 cup of granulated and a 1/2 cup of packed dark brown sugar. I went ahead and weighed it with my scale to make sure it was accurate. It's all in here, so in we go. I love crushing the brown sugar. Okay, so according to the book, the fat is going to start to separate a little and it's going to look grainy and weird, and that's normal. Oh yeah, it does look scary. It looks like when the chocolate seizes. So then we're going to add the eggs. This is 2 egg yolks and 1 whole large egg. I only had 1 large egg left and then medium eggs for the rest. So I went ahead and did 3 egg yolks because they're medium, and then the whole large egg. I don't know if you should do that, but it's what I did, so I don't care. Okay, and then the vanilla. So this is my own little twist here. It's supposed to be 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I have this extract that I use in other stuff that is called baker's extract, but basically it's chocolate vanilla extract. Usually if the recipe calls for vanilla, I use vanilla, unless I don't care. In this case, it's brownies, it's chocolate, right? So why not? Let's use the chocolate vanilla extract. So it's 1 1/2 teaspoon, sorry. 1 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. I was also thinking that I have mini marshmallows, because you're gonna end up folding milk chocolate into this mixture soon when you put it in to bake. So there's gonna be melty pieces of chocolate. I wonder what it would taste like if mini marshmallows joined the party. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm already getting a workout. Oh my gosh. So whisk until very thick, smooth, and glossy. Now we are going to add the dry ingredients: flour, malted milk powder, and salt. It is 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of the malted milk powder, which is not required, it is optional, but I'm doing it, and then a teaspoon of the kosher salt. It smells so good, so good. Okay, so my flour, salt, and malted milk powder are in here, so we're just gonna do it. Okay. I had my stand mixer all ready to go, and then I read the instructions and was like, oh, never mind, don't need it. So I'm doing this very gingerly at first to get all of the flour and dry ingredients hydrated. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. Whisk more vigorously until the batter is very thick, a full 45 seconds. I feel like I'm churning butter over here. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm gonna break my whisk. Oh, this is hard to do. Vigorously? My gosh, how do you want me to do it more vigorously? It's still so silky. Let's taste it. Gotta taste along the way. That's way too much. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding. It tastes like a Whopper. Holy crap. So it says to do folding from here on out. which I'm all about considering this whisk is killing my hand. Okay, let's fold in this chocolate. Do we add marshmallows? Oh my gosh. How would they react? This has been a pretty easy recipe. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it alone. So we're just gonna mix the chocolate in. Okay, I need to butter up my pan. I forgot to do that. Now is when I will preheat my oven. You really should just do it at the beginning. This didn't take very long to put together at all. Especially with that little chocolate melter, I'm gonna be honest, it was very helpful, and it wasn't raging hot, so the chocolate cooled down at a really good timing. So it says that you could omit the malted milk powder and add a ½ teaspoon of peppermint extract. You could use Andy's chocolate mints instead of the milk chocolate. You could add nuts. Ooh. I have pecans. Oh, we're doing it. Hold, please. Oh, and they're already like basically crushed. Yes, we're doing it. Wait, walnuts are better. Or pecans. I have walnuts too. I'm so indecisive. Okay, no, we're not gonna do these pecans. They're mostly crumbs. Oh my gosh, walnuts are gonna go everywhere. Walnuts are better in brownies anyway than pecans. I love pecans. I like walnuts too. The issue is with walnuts, I don't know what it is about them, but they make my tongue swell up. I don't think I'm allergic. I think they're just really bitter. Bitter and acidic stuff makes my tongue like burn and itchy and swollen. So maybe you could call that allergic. I still eat them anyway. It's just when they're raw. When they're cooked, they don't bother me as much. Yeah, it's like that side of my mouth where I chewed it. It just starts burning. Maybe I need to come to grips with the fact that I'm allergic to walnuts. It's just that little bit of itching. And then just like after a couple seconds, it goes away. But if I kept eating it, it would keep happening. Okay, let's just do a ½ cup. All right, so there's a ½ of a cup. Boom, shakalaka. This is already like so thick. Holy crap. What happened? Did it like set? I'm confused. Just so you know, this is in a 350-degree oven. This is going to bake for 25 to 30 minutes until it is dry to the touch, but still soft when pressed. I don't think you can do that little pokey test with brownies because they're really dense and thick and fudgy. Okay. So just enough walnuts in there to like make me happy, but nothing crazy. Look at that. Scrape her in. It's so thick. Okay, so I'm just spreading this out into a nice even layer. Oh, I'm so excited to eat these. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait. All right, into the oven it goes. 25 to 30 minutes. We're in handheld mode now. Please don't judge the condition of my oven, and please ignore my dishwasher. Recipe says until the surface is puffed and firm, but still soft to the touch when pushed down. Okay, so almost two grueling hours later, our brownies are out of the oven. They smell so good. Like a nice chocolatey brownie. I'm really excited. Should be able to just lift it right out. Let's make sure they may not have completely set by now, but it's not like cold, but it's not warm anymore. So, all right, so we're just gonna cut ourselves our own little individual piece. I'm not gonna cut the whole thing right now. There. And it has this beautiful marble. Okay, so now that I ran around my kitchen to show you close up, sorry, let's give it a taste, yeah? I should get some milk. It almost tastes undercooked. I did it the whole time. It's like gooey, but not in the good way. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's really moist and not in like a dense brownie kind of way. Okay, here's the deal. With the lemon bar, the lemon lime bars or whatever, I tasted them for the video. I record these later in the evening. I get very impatient. I tasted that long before it was ready. It was like still sludge when I tried it, and I thought I messed it up. Then I let them cool until the next morning in the fridge, and they were perfect. They were a showstopper. I actually got a lot of compliments at work. So let's just hope that this mushiness is because it hasn't completely cooled and set. And here, future me, put a text title in front of me. Did it get better? Did it get worse? Did it change at all? You know, the flavor profile is really good. It's sweet without being too sweet. Chocolatey in so many ways. Salty in a way that is good. So the flavor itself is great. The texture is pretty disappointing though. So live and learn. Maybe I'll try this again next time. Bake it a little longer and see if I can get some better results. It'll still get eaten. My husband will enjoy this, no problem. There's so much that can vary into baking. I must have messed something up. I'm not sure, but that's okay. You know, they're brownies. It's not a big deal. And it wasn't like it took 10 hours to make. I did her focaccia recipe, which takes hours, and I was successful on the first try because she just does such a killer job at explaining how to do things in this book. So I'll try this recipe again, just like the coffee cake. However, the coffee cake was a failure out of my own idiocy using the wrong pan. So anyway, thanks for watching. Fail or no fail, I don't know. It may not be a fail yet. Once again, text post. Was it a fail? Was it not? We'll find out. But either way, seriously, thank you. Here, hold on just a second. Yeah? You want to talk? You want to sass? Yeah, come here. Lena's gonna say goodbye as well. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. Leave a like, maybe comment down below what you'd like to see out of the book or other kind of recipes. No, you're sticking through all the way to the end. Yep. Oh. I think she's plotting my murder. Look at that murder mitten. You see it? Okay, you can go. Let's try that again. Yeah. I have to hurry up and finish. It's her dinner time. Thank you for watching. Yep. Welcome to my life. If you like this video, please like it. Leave me a comment down below if there's other recipes you'd like to see me tackle, attempt, try. Tell me if you liked this angle. Clearly the close-up thing was really difficult. You're actually propped up on my couch right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go now. Y'all have a good night. Thanks again. Bye. Bye. Tell him bye. Give us a good meow. Oh, so when someone tells you to meow, you get stage fright. Diva. Okay, bye.